How to Start Investing in Philippine Stocks, Step-by-Step Guide for Complete Beginners. Imagine it's 10 years from today. You wake up, open your investment account and smile. Not because you won the lottery, not because someone gave you money, but because years ago you made one simple decision. So here's a question. Have you ever wondered if investing is one of the most powerful ways to build wealth? Why do millions of Filipinos never start? Is it because they're not smart enough? Actually, no. Is it because they're too old? Absolutely not. Is it because they need millions of pesos before investing? Definitely not. Most people never start because they believe investing is too complicated. They believe investing is only for the rich, or maybe for business owners, or even for finance graduates, or for people who spend their entire day looking at stock charts. But here's the truth. Every experienced investor was once a complete beginner. They also wondered, what stock should I buy? How much money do I need? What if I lose everything? The only difference between them and everyone else is this. They decided to learn, and they took their first step. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to start investing in Philippine stocks, step by step. No complicated terms, no confusing explanations, just a simple roadmap that every beginner can follow. By the end of this video, you'll know how to prepare before investing, how to choose the right stockbroker, how to open your investment account, how to fund it, and finally how to buy your very first stock. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Why most Filipinos never start investing. Before we learn how to invest, let's first understand why most people never do. Imagine two friends. Both are 25 years old. Both earn the same salary. Both dream of becoming financially free. The first friend keeps saying, "I will invest when I earn more." Months pass. Years pass. Nothing changes. The second friend decides to learn. He reads books, watches educational videos, opens his first investment account, starts small. He doesn't know everything, but he starts anyway. 10 years later, who do you think has a better chance of building wealth? The answer is obvious. The biggest obstacle isn't a lack of money. It's waiting for the perfect time, because the perfect time rarely comes. Many Filipinos believe they need 100,000 before investing. Others think they're already too late. Some believe the stock market is gambling. Others are afraid because they've heard stories of people losing money. Those fears are understandable, but fear often comes from not understanding how something works. Think about learning to drive a car. At first, everything feels difficult. You learn how to steer, how to use the pedals, how to drive through traffic, and eventually how to park with confidence. But after enough practice, driving becomes second nature. Investing is very similar. The more you learn, the more confidence you gain. And that's exactly how investing works. Confidence helps you make smarter decisions. Remember this, the goal isn't to become rich overnight. The goal is to become a better investor year after year. That's how long-term wealth is built. Chapter 2. Before you invest, build the right foundation. Now, before you buy your very first stock, there are a few things you should prepare. Think of investing like building a house. Would you start with the roof? Of course not. You begin with the foundation, because without a strong foundation, a house won't last. Investing works the same way. The first foundation is financial stability. If you're struggling to pay your bills or using credit cards just to survive, don't feel pressure to invest just yet. Build a stronger financial foundation first, then invest with confidence. The second foundation is an emergency fund. Life is unpredictable. Your car could break down. Someone in your family might get sick. You could lose your job. If all your money is invested, you might be forced to sell your stocks at the worst possible time. That's why many financial experts recommend building an emergency fund before investing. The third foundation is avoiding unnecessary debt. If you're paying very high interest on credit cards or personal loans, those debts can grow faster than your investments. Managing debt wisely can make your investing journey much smoother. Finally, invest only the money you won't need anytime soon, because the stock market will always move up and down. Some days your portfolio will be green, other days it may be red. That's normal. Remember this, never invest money you'll soon need for rent, for food, for tuition, or for emergencies. Those expenses should always come first. Successful investors don't just buy stocks. They prepare before they invest, and that preparation gives them the confidence to stay invested even when the market goes down. Chapter 3. Step 1. Choose a stockbroker. You've built the foundation. Now comes the exciting part, opening the door to the stock market. But here's something many beginners don't know. You cannot buy stocks directly from the Philippine Stock Exchange. Instead, you need a licensed stockbroker. Think of a stockbroker as a bridge. On one side, there's you. On the other side, there's the Philippine Stock Exchange. The broker connects the two. When you want to buy shares, the broker sends your order to the market. When you want to sell your shares, the broker handles the transaction as well. Today, opening a brokerage account is much easier than it was years ago. Everything can usually be done online. There are several licensed brokers available in the Philippines. Instead of asking which broker is the best, ask which broker fits my needs. Choosing the right broker is easier than you might think. Choosing a broker doesn't have to be complicated. Here are a few things to look for. First, is the broker properly regulated? Second, does it offer a mobile app that's easy to use? Third, are the trading fees clear, transparent, and easy to understand? And finally, does it provide helpful research tools, learning materials, and reliable customer support? Remember, choosing a broker is like choosing a bank. You want a company you can trust because this will be your partner throughout your investing journey. Chapter 4. Step 2. Open your investment account. Once you've chose your broker, it's time to open your account. Years ago, this process required visiting offices and filling out lots of paperwork. Today, it's much simpler. Most online brokers allow you to apply from the comfort of your home. The application usually begins by creating an online account. To begin, you'll be asked for some basic information, such as your name, address, and date of birth, and your contact details. Next, you'll upload a valid ID to verify your identity. Some brokers may also ask a few questions about your experience with investing. Don't worry, just answer honestly. There are no right or wrong answers. These questions help the broker understand your investing background. After submitting your application, the broker will review your documents. Approval may take a few hours or a few business days depending on the broker. Once approved, you'll receive your account details along with instructions on how to fund your account. Congratulations! At this point, you've completed one of the biggest steps that stops most people from becoming investors. Your investment account is ready. Now there's only one thing left before you can buy your first stock. You need to fund your account, and that's exactly what we'll cover in the next chapter. Chapter 5, Step 3, Fund your account. Congratulations! If you've reached this point, you're closer than most people to becoming a real investor. Your brokerage account has been approved. Now there's only one thing left to do before you can buy your first stock. You need to fund your account. Think of your brokerage account like an empty wallet. Even if the wallet looks nice, you can't buy anything until there's money inside. The same applies to investing. Most online brokers allow you to fund your account through online banking, bank transfers, over-the-counter deposits, and sometimes popular e-wallets. The exact funding methods may vary depending on your broker. Once you send your deposit, don't worry if it doesn't appear immediately. Some deposits are reflected within minutes. Others may take one business day to process. Once the funds appear in your account, you're officially ready to buy your first investment. Now let's answer one of the biggest questions every beginner asks. How much money should I start with? Many people believe they need 100,000 or even 1 million before investing. But that's simply not true. Some stocks can be purchased with just a few thousand pesos depending on their share price and the minimum board lot requirement. Remember, investing is not a race. You don't have to start big. The important thing is developing the habit of investing consistently. A person who invests a small amount every month can often build more wealth than someone who waits years for the perfect time. Start with an amount that allows you to sleep peacefully at night. Because successful investing is about consistency, not showing off how much money you invested. Chapter 6, Step 4. Buy your first stock. Now comes the exciting part. Buying your first stock. Imagine you're standing inside a grocery store. Before placing an item into your cart, you probably ask yourself a few questions. Do I need this? Is the price reasonable? Is it good quality? Buying stock should be the same. Don't buy just because someone on Facebook said this stock will double tomorrow. Don't buy because a famous influencer mentioned it. And don't buy because everyone else is buying. Instead, buy companies you understand. Companies that earn money. Companies that you believe can continue growing for many years. Now let's walk through the process. First, log into your broker's trading platform. Search for the company's ticker symbol. Every listed company has its own unique symbol. For example, Jollibee Foods Corporation is traded under the ticker JSC. SM Investments trades under SM. BDO Unibank trades under the ticker BDO. Choose the number of shares you want to buy. Then review your order carefully. Before clicking buy, take one last look. Did you select the correct company, the correct quantity, the correct price? Once you're sure, submit your order. If your order matches a seller, the transaction will be completed. Congratulations! At that moment, you become a shareholder. From this moment, you own a small piece of a real business. Maybe it's your favorite restaurant. Maybe it's a bank or a company building homes or providing electricity. You're no longer just a customer. You're now one of the owners. That's a completely different mindset. And it's one of the reasons why investing can become such a powerful tool for building wealth. Chapter 7. What happens after you buy? Many beginners think the journey ends after pressing the buy button. But in reality, It's where the real journey begins. After purchasing your shares, they'll appear inside your portfolio. You will see how many shares you own, your purchase price, and the current market value. Every trading day, those numbers may change. Some days your investment will be worth more, other days it may be worth less. And that's completely normal. The stock market moves because millions of investors are buying and selling every day. Good news can push prices higher. Bad news can push prices lower. Sometimes prices move for reasons that have nothing to do with the company itself. This is why successful investors don't panic every time their portfolio turns red. They understand that investing isn't about today. It's about the future. Imagine planting a mango tree. Would you expect mangoes the very next morning? Of course not. You'd simply keep watering it, keep taking care of it, and trust that one day it will bear fruit. Investing works the same way. Good businesses need time to grow. Patience is one of the most valuable qualities an investor can have. Chapter 8. Common Beginner Mistakes. Before we end, let's talk about mistakes. Not because I expect you to make them, but because learning from someone else's mistakes is much cheaper than learning from your own. Mistake number 1. Investing without doing any research. Never buy a company just because someone else recommended it. Understand what the business does, how it makes money, and why you believe it has a bright future. Mistake number 2. Checking your portfolio every hour. The market changes every day. Watching every small movement only creates unnecessary stress. Mistake number 3. Expecting to become rich overnight. Social media often highlights people who supposedly turned a small investment into millions. What you don't see are the years of patience, learning, and disciplined investing behind most success stories. Mistake number 4. Putting all your money into one company. Even great companies can face unexpected challenges. Diversifying across different businesses can help reduce risk. The best investors aren't those who make the fastest profits. They're the ones who survive long enough to let compound growth work in their favor. Let's take a moment to look back at what you've accomplished. You learn why investing is important, how to prepare before investing, how to choose a licensed stockbroker, how to open your first investment account, how to fund it, and finally how to buy your very first Philippine stock. At first, the stock market may have seemed complicated, but now you know that investing is simply a series of small and manageable steps. Remember, you don't need to be rich to start investing. You don't need to know everything. You simply need to start learning, make informed decisions, and remain patient. Because wealth is rarely built in a single day. It's built through hundreds of small good decisions made consistently over many years. Your first investment will make you a millionaire overnight, but it might become the beginning of a lifelong habit that transforms your financial future. If you found this video helpful, please consider leaving a like and subscribe to JAC-Tv. The goal is to become financially free. This is JAC-Tv. Discipline today, freedom tomorrow. Build wealth. Leave your dream. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.